What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? As you can see, I'm back. Fucking, where do I start, man? Gang stalking, electronic harassment, man. It's a motherfucker, man. These videos are really hard for me to do, man, because it's like I go from feeling happy to like immediately going back to feeling real sad and depressed, stressed, or just not really that depressed or stressed, but it's like I go back to that shit and I endure so much trauma, man. It's so hard to look at that shit, and it's calmed down tremendously, and this video I'm making right here is to kind of really kind of walk you through some of the things I've been going through, and I'm still alive, and I'm doing well, actually. I'm doing fantastic. I've been eating a lot, working out, clean. As you know, this video is gonna be hard for me because I developed an addiction to crystal meth, and that's why I haven't been around for a while. I was actually gonna make this video a topic about certain things, but you know what? I'm just gonna, fuck that. This is the perfect time. I'm 3 weeks clean. I feel fucking fantastic, man. I've been feeling great since the day I stopped, and I got away from my surroundings, the people I was with. Had to delete and push away a lot of motherfuckers, man, and some of them, actually pretty much everyone I met on that shit was a complete piece of shit and a scumbag, except one person that I met on it. Not that I knew it and we developed a habit together, no, but that person became something that was really fucked up and traumatic to me. Crystal meth was used to mind control me. I was electronically harassed, followed, gaslighted like a motherfucker, man. I suffered a minor stroke during the shit. Every time I talk about that stroke situation, my head immediately hurts. And this conversation is always hard for me to have, man, because I went through so much, man. It's really hard for me to, but I got to be strong for all my fellow TIs out there. Is meth use what caused this shit to happen to me? No, it's not. It just made it tremendously fucking harder for me to deal with. I mean, it made it real hard for me to deal with. Let me close out YouTube real fast, because let me see. Close out the internet. Matter of fact, I'm gonna turn the internet off because I feel like it's gonna slow this video down. There's no reason to have it on. Disconnect. It's gonna be about a series of events, man. I really don't have a description for this video, man, besides gang stalking and how I dealt with it and how ways you can deal with it to get yourself away from the electronic harassment that you're dealing with at the moment currently. And it's a son of a bitch, man. It's real hard. It's tough, and I feel for you, and God bless you all, because I understand the struggle. It's very difficult. I've been set up, backstabbed like a motherfucker, man. By people I loved, and a person I loved a lot dearly. I've been turned on for little reasons, shit that I didn't even do, and it was made to make me look bad. It all started from electronically, honestly. The first day this happened to me, not the first day, this has been happening like constantly a lot in my life, but this has been the worst. Like, it's by far, I almost died numerous times, like more than I can count. I can definitely give you 3 times when I was actually attempted murder was placed upon me, and I survived. One was how I got the stroke because I was fucking flashlight attacked. You know, it makes me like giggle when I talk about that shit because it's so hard for me to even say it because people were like, "What the fuck are you talking? What are you, a politician?" My homeboy was like, he looked up on it because I told him what was happening to me. I was like, "Yo, look, I've been getting fucking like, you gotta look this shit up. This is what's happening to me." And he was like, "All right," because he seen me. I was looking bad. I was fucking stressed, and a lot of the time, like I wasn't even doing dope during that shit. A lot of the time, like there was a lot of situations where I wasn't doing the shit. I was actually stopping the shit, and I just looked back and I was stressing. I was always walking and running away from people and trying to. I was sweating like bullets, man, just trying to get motherfuckers off my back, you know, get them alligators from off me, man. Wrestling with the motherfuckers for what? Put this out. I'll smoke it later. Wrestling with motherfuckers for what? You know, it started back in June. I was given like a text message virus type of thing. I remember like somebody I knew at the time, loved dearly, set me up. You know, and that's what happens to a lot of you guys. You've been set up by somebody you love, and that's what's hard about it too. They set you up more than likely. Because this happens for a reason. Jump drive. Given a fucking jump drive, little flash disk, put it into my laptop. Now this is somebody I loved and cared about, so it was nothing for me to think about it. Like, oh, why you want me to put a drum? I didn't think about that. I just was like, hey, you know, this is a video that I've been watching. She came up to me with this bullshit story about how she was all worried and scared, and I've been like talking about her ex, how he was into some weird shit. He was into some really weird secret society type shit. So this is the kind of people that I was dealing with, like people who were way higher plateau than you can even think of. And these are the kind of people I was dealing with on a daily basis, like people who were high up there. I'm not gonna say any organizations and their names, but I have an idea of who it was. Law enforcement was involved too, by the way. How the fuck you think they knew everything about me? Gaslighting to the top. You know what I'm saying? She put the jump drive in my laptop, and she wanted me to watch a video, and we watched this video, and it was basically to distract me from what she was doing. When she was doing it, she put the jump drive into my computer, where she was downloading my hard drive. She was downloading everything off my computer and hacking it, and I had no idea. I didn't know shit about that stuff. I wasn't prepared. I wasn't thinking, because who's thinking like that? You know, you call me a sucker, but how would you know? This is someone that you're with. You know, it could be your wife or you. Imagine if your brother or your sister did that to you. You know, like you'd be like, oh, you didn't think nothing of it. Yeah, I watch a video with you, and I'm watching this fucking video, and it's a weird video. It's Islamic type of thing. Like it was a religious thing going on. They were praying, like praying to Allah. And I was like, what is this? And she's like, I don't know, this is weird. This is what I found. And I'm just sitting here like, with her, and I'm high. I'm sitting here like, what is this bullshit? I don't want to tweak on this. So I'm like, is the video? And then she's like, no, just watch a little bit more. Like it gets crazier. Now as she's doing this, she's wasting time as downloading my shit. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, because there's some things I have forgot. Like I remember some shit, like when it was done, something happened on my computer, like some shit popped up, and I was like, what is this shit? And I exited out, and I remember saying like, look, man, I'm done. Let's not watch this shit anymore. I think this shit fucked up my computer. And I took it out, and she was like, okay, it's fine. You don't need to watch anymore. And there was this guy in the video specifically. He was this black guy. He had he was dressed up. And I seen that guy moments later after this. This is so hard for me to talk about, man. Me and her, like at this point, we was not doing good already. Things weren't going well with us. Like we broke up, it was like a couple days, and I didn't do anything. I loved it too much to even cheat or mess around with anybody else. I had a girl come over who that was a setup as well. This girl that came over, now I was walking behind her. I seen her from my balcony, and I was like, damn, that girl look nice. So I actually kind of crept up, and I was like, I gotta go to the store anyway, so I was gonna go buy something. I made an excuse to make myself buy some shit, and I was watching. Man, look at the ass. He has these little shorts on now. One thing that they know about me is that I like girls that wear those little shorts. I like that shit. You know, much as this is like I hate it, I love it. You know, and I saw it, and she had those shorts on, and she turned around. I wasn't making no loud noises. I wasn't walking loud. I wasn't stomping my feet. None of that shit. She turned around, and she's like, "Oh, you look like my man. Like you actually look like no." She's like, "You look like someone I know." I'm like, "Oh, really now?" You know, she was cute, and I'm like, you know, she's like, "Yeah," and she's like acting real paranoid. She's looking around and she's like talking shit, and she's like, "Yeah, you know, reason why I'm like this, cause you know my boyfriend comes around. If I walk away from you, then that's the reason why." Trifling ass, right? All set up from the beginning. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. I didn't give a fuck. Because if you don't care about your man, then why should I? But if you do care about him, I'm not going to ever pressure that. You know, I know my game can be tight, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not into that. Because I would hate if someone did that with my girl. You know, it's not cool. Stay away. So, we're talking. We walk in the store together. And I didn't even go in. Like, actually, I went in with her. I got a black and mild. She went to do some other shit. And I was like, I'm gonna leave now. She's like, oh, it's cool. And I waited for her to come outside, smoke the black leather. I was like, oh, fuck, I'm gonna get this number, man. Because I was like, I ain't got a girl. I mean, no, it's time to move on. This is like the 10th breakup. So she came outside and I saw her. And I didn't have a light. You know, I played it. I was like, I need a light. She's like, oh, yeah, I got one, blah, blah. So she lit me up and we started talking. And we got to my apartment. We lived in the same complex. She lived in the back. And she gave me a number, and I wrote the number down wrong. I was texting the wrong number, and it was funny because somebody was like, "This is not this person. This is not this person." I'm not gonna say her name. This is not this person. And I'm like, man, you know, I thought I was her boyfriend or some shit. Like, answer the phone, so I stopped texting it, and I kept trying to figure it out because I wanted to see this girl so bad. Because she was like, "Come see me in 10 minutes," and I'm like, I hit him a boy, though. I got this joint. I got this P. I'm about to meet up with this shit, yo. I'm trying to. I was like, I might not hit it because I'm like, I remember I was telling him that because I was like, I just broke up with my girl. And I still miss her, but man, she looked good, and I just want to hang out. You know, it'd be nice to see another female, I guess, and just talk to someone that's not, you know, fucking with my head every day. And I couldn't figure the number out. So, and she said if somehow like I told her if somehow like I got the wrong number, I'll meet you outside in a minute. I took a shower. I started cleaning up my apartment because I didn't know she wanted to come out. So I made it look nice, and it took a long time because I hit the number up and it didn't respond back. And I was like, "This gotta be her." You know, I didn't catch the number wrong, but I did catch the number wrong. And actually, truthfully, to this day, who knows if I even caught the number wrong? She probably gave me the number to someone else and was fucking with me from the beginning, because that's gonna come later on. And I saw her outside, and like about 6-7 hours later. In tweaker time, that was like an hour later. So I saw her and I was like, hey. And she was like, she looked around and she's like, oh, what's up? Like, why didn't you ever hit me out? I was waiting for you to hit me out. I was like, man, this is the number you gave me. She's like, no, that's not it. And then she gave me the number, so I did have the wrong number. And then like she was like, you want to chill later on? So we chilled, and we had her at my house. She came over an hour later. And we talked, and like I wasn't even trying to flirt with her that much because I kept, every time I looked around my apartment, all I saw was the life that me and my ex built together. Like me and her, like I actually really did fall in love with this girl. And we had everything around the house, all types of stuff. You know, all her pictures, all the things we framed together. We just, she turned my house into like, you know, another place, my place, and it was just like hard, and I'm like with this girl, and I was just like, man, she looks good, but I miss my girl, man. You know, it's hard. You know, I still love her, and so I didn't try to fuck, and I wound up telling her to leave, and she was just smoking up my shit anyway. I smoked her out, and she just smoking it, so and she was just like, so I decided to say like she was like, we were trying to figure out, we ran out, we smoked all my stuff, and I was like trying to find someone to buy it from. We couldn't find none of I couldn't find my peoples. She was young, like, I'm trying to find somebody. And I was like, all right, well, meet me back here. And then she couldn't find nobody, so I just said, fuck it. I went home, and I decided to quit. I said, I'm going to quit. So I went and got some food and stuff like that, ate, went to sleep, and I ain't smoked for like 7 days after that. I just quit. And I saw her like 2 days later. She's like, what's up? She's like, well, no. I was like, I quit, and blah, blah. And she's like, that's cool, it's good, you know. And I stayed away from her ass. I didn't want to mess with her. I knew I was going to fuck her if I hung out with her too much eventually. And I saw my girl like some days later after that, you know. And I told her immediately when we met, I said, like, blah, blah. I said, I did hang out with a girl, but we didn't do anything. And she was upset about this shit. She was so jealous and whatever. And she's like getting on me about this shit. This is the funny thing. This is the twist of this bullshit. And I swear, I on everything, I didn't do anything with this broad. And this is the shit that, like, this is what I get for honesty. My honesty don't mean shit. I'm telling her I didn't do nothing wrong with her, all this shit, and she still didn't believe me. I know you fucked her. I know you did something. You had her around, blah, blah, blah. I even let her meet her. We were trying to have like a little thing going, a little menage thing. That fucking all bullshit. She knew this girl, and they were all setting me up. She acted like they hated each other, and none of that stuff was true. Because at the end of the day, some shit happens later on, some months later. And she would hit me up crying with these hysterical stories, typical like witchcraft stuff. It was just so fucking corny. And she would act like my girl. I don't know if my girl like punked her into doing this shit eventually, but they did it very organized. Sometimes I like my ex, I don't even know like who she was, but she was somebody strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like she was just like stronger than what way she betrayed herself to be. Like, she's like, it's not me, I'm this nice girl, but she's not. Cause one time I got into an argument and she flipped the fucking script on me. She turned this into some fucking psychopath, man. Just this fucking scary ass. And then she just was never the same after that, man. And she just made sure, after that shit, she made sure to just make my life hell. MH, baby. And she did a good job of doing that, man. Like, fucking bravo. You did a good job of fucking on my head. But I'm good now, so I guess you didn't do all that good of a job. I'm still alive, Shots fired. I'm just playing, man. No, there's no threats, man. I ain't got no hate for nobody, no matter what. Two wrongs don't make a fucking right? Sometimes two rights don't even make a right, neither. It's just two motherfuckers thinking they know some shit that they don't even know they know. We'll find out in the end, though. And come to find out, now this is me. I feel like I was creating a monster with my intelligence. I was fucking, like, because they were fucking with my head, so I would fuck with their head too back. I'll do it in ways that were different. One time, this is fucking hilarious. She asked me for my path. She was like, my phone kept getting hacked. This is the life. My phone was getting hacked. And laptop hacked. I'll get back to that too. And I was like, man, I need a factory reset this phone. Blah, blah. She showed me how to factory reset it. And I was like, and then like, she was so intrigued on trying to like watch me do what I was doing. And I'm like, this bitch, I feel like she's involved. Because like, nobody gets into your shit like that. Nobody that doesn't barely know you in my stuff. Like, what are you doing? Like, all in my stuff. Just like my ex was doing all the time. Always trying to find out what I'm doing. Telling me I'm crazy when I told her shit's happening. Like, basically not saying it in those words, but like trying to direct my attention to something else. And bitch, you know where it's at. Stop playing. So she was like, I hope you set up the account. And I'm like, bitch, I'm not setting my account. So I seen what she was doing. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to let her do what she was doing. Now, remind you, my power was cut off from my apartment. I'm going to be losing my place soon. Like, they did everything they could to make me fucking leave that spot and get kicked out and be homeless. So that's the job, is to make your life hell and make you lose your apartment, make you lose friends, loved ones, all of that shit, and possibly kill you. They are going to kill you or try to kill you. And I'm sorry to put it that way, but that's the way it is. You got to protect yourself. And I let her do it, and she kept asking me questions. What do you want your username to be? And I like told her that we spelled a name backwards that I had, like another name. And the password, like, we came up with it all together. I don't even remember what that password was, like, but I let her have it because I knew it was gonna get hacked anyway again. And she's like, for your security questions, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite basketball team? This is where I get into play. This is where my smartness comes, right? I go, purple is my favorite color. I hate that color. The only time I want to see purple is in my weed. If I want to see purple, it might be in a drink or something like that. Other than that, I don't want to see purple. I just don't like that shit. So I said purple. And I'm black, so she'll believe that shit, right? She was like, whatever. And then she's like, what's your favorite basketball team? I said the Lakers. Now, not too far. I do like the Lakers. I love the Lakers, actually. But I gave her one bad one and one good one. And my birthday was coming up in 2 more days after this. So that same night, I was chilling with this girl. This is like way nights later, like months later. I was chilling with her because she thought she was a friend of mine. I thought she was actually my friend, man. And she wasn't my friend. Fucking God bless you. And this is hard for me to talk about. I'm sorry if I, have those moments where I get stuck because it's just a lot of shit happened to me, man. It's hard. But she was at my house and it was really dark and she kept acting really paranoid, sketchy, and I was like, I don't want to chill with this bitch. She's blowing my high. She's making me get more paranoid. You know, when you on that shit, the paranoia is to the top of the list. And I had no power in my house. It's dark and it's scary in my house. Like, it's not cool to be in there with someone that's panicking. It'll make you panic. So I'm like, man, I'm ready to kick this bitch out the house. I'm like, bitch, you gotta go. You're paranoid. You think your boyfriend's gonna come around like this shit. I don't need that drama right now. I got too much in my fucking life for that. And we're in the crib, and she's still there and all that stuff. And we were laying, we was in the room. And all of a sudden, my door goes bang, 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 knock on the door hard knock. And cause my phone was off, it wasn't working and shit. It was cause I had no power and shit, cause it went out. I was charging from outside. I only had 5%. And guess who it is? It's my fucking it's my girl at the time. Hey, and she's talking on her little shit, her little routine, and she's talking. She knows she's in the house. She knows. She didn't act like it though, cause she's very good at that shit. And she's hiding in the closet. And she's like, your birthday's coming up. Like, why are you doing? We need to get together, blah, blah. And she's like, let's go to a room. Let's go to a hotel. I lived in hotels for 4 or 5 months. It was ridiculous, right? And so I was like, all right, hold on a second. Just look, I'll meet you at the car. Let me get some shit ready. And I'll be down there. And she's like, all right. So I immediately started getting shit ready real fucking quick. I just started throwing clothes in the fucking bag. I couldn't even see it. Don't matter. We're gonna wash it at the hotel. And I want to break in some shit in the house during this shit. I was pissed. I couldn't see anything. And I'm walking around, and she's in the house. And I'm like, what am I gonna do with this bitch? I just said, look, stay in the house. Lock the outside gate, and just leave here in 30 minutes. And she's like, okay, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So I grab the stuff. I'm walking out, bags open. I'm about to drop. Matter of fact, I dropped some shit down the stairs trying to, get out in a hurry. And I get in the car, and I can see her, man. She's really smart and intelligent with fucking my head, but she got poker face is not great. I can tell when something's on her mind, no matter how good she hides it. And she was really stalling to leave because she knew she was up there, and she looked up. I saw her look up and shit like that. She knew she was in the house. And we went to McDonald's. She's like, you want some food? She's acting all nice and shit like that. And she's like, so she brought up that chick's name. And I'm like, I told her I'd chill with her. So I told her 95% of the truth. I told her we hung out that day, which we did. I told her when she was mad that we hung out. She's like, well, you never take me here. I'm like, we walked to fucking Family Dollar. Don't act like we went to a restaurant and had a good time. We didn't do anything yet again. I never had sex with this girl, ever. I was loyal. And she is, in my house. My laptop and shit is in there. Probably fucking with my shit and all types of stuff. Planting devices in there like they was doing. And she made a face she knew she was, because she looked at me and she was like, she knew she was in the house. She knew, because they was fucking friends and they set me up. and went to the hotel, and more hell, you know, locking me out the hotel room, all type, like the hotel staff in on this shit, you know, just sucky shit, like shooting me up with needles and all that other shit. Like I was getting shot up with needles by people, you know, it's fucking just ridiculous stuff. Almost trying to kill me. I don't know how I didn't die. Poison, all that stuff. Putting bleach in the shampoo. I would like, you know, I put bleach in my eye drops, and I found it because I'm, you know, I don't know. I just sensed something wrong, and I checked the eye drops, and I couldn't smell it. I put it on my fingertips, and it started like feeling like it was dissolving, and I was like, you know, and I found the bleach too. It was eye drop bleach from it was Mexican, from a Mexican place. It was so my birthday comes after, you know, I'm pretty positive that she fucked the guy at the hotel room and locked me out the room. I didn't care about that stuff. At this point, I didn't care about none of that. I already fell in love with her. Like I loved her still, but I didn't like her, and I didn't give a fuck if she cheated. I didn't care at that point. It didn't matter. We weren't even having sex. We didn't fuck for a minute. I know she fucked that guy, man. You know, on my birthday or the day before my birthday, and that happy birthday to me, right? Fucking, and she bought me some stuff for my birthday. And she pulled out a purple shirt. Now, remind you, she's never bought me anything of any color before, ever. Her job is to fuck with my mind and do everything and know things before I'm supposed to. Like, how would you know that? That's what I did. So I flipped the script. I got a color I would never wear and you wouldn't catch me dead wearing. Pulled out a purple shirt. I actually did wear the shirt, though. I made it look good on me somehow. But, big ass bony shirt. And she's like, hey, I got you this shirt. And it's purple, and I looked at it, I said, oh, a purple shirt, how'd you know? She's like, yeah, you know, I knew I was just thinking about you, and I knew you liked the color. I was like, oh, you know I like the color, huh? Because we didn't know shit really about each other. I never told her what color I liked ever. We never even asked each other. But clearly, she knew what I wore. I wore blue, white, red, black, all same typical shit, you know, light colors. And she never seen me wear purple. Don't even have anything that looked purple. Not even anything close to it. Nothing. Nothing's purple in my house. Nothing I have. Nothing I own is purple. And then she pulls out a Lakers jersey or shirt. And I'm just like, oh, the Lakers. We don't watch sports, bitch. We ain't never watched TV the whole time we was together. We don't do nothing. We don't talk. We don't even know each other's hobbies besides the fact that she knew I did music and she liked that. Other than that, she knew nothing about me. She didn't know what I liked, what I was into. We didn't have no time to talk about that. We was too busy doing stupid shit with each other. We had our good times, you know, it wasn't all bad, but it became fucking awful and terrible and fucked up. And I later on got her, I said, how'd you know? Because it was my birthday, I didn't want to fuck with her right away, but we started arguing, so I was like, this is a good time to bring this up. So, what's my favorite color? And she's like, purple. I'm like, oh, how do you, what makes you think that? Well, you told me your favorite color was purple. I said, oh, I did, huh? I must have been drunk because I don't remember telling you that ever. When have you ever seen me wear purple? And she's like, you know, what's up? I'm like, oh, and then the Lakers too. Like we don't watch sports. I don't even like sports. I like a little bit of basketball and shit like that, and a little bit of sports, but I'm not into it. It's not my thing. I don't know who's playing tomorrow. I don't know that shit. I don't know anything. I don't know when the season. I don't know nothing about that sports. And, you know, and then she's like, well, you told me this before we had to come. I'm like, no, but I ain't never tell you none of that shit. You're lying to me. How is it that you know the same shit that the bitch I was talking to 2 days ago knows? For my security questions for my fucking password. And she's just dumbfounded, acting stupid, acting plain the same thing she does all the time. Plain dumb. Never miss the truth. It's not me. No, 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 no. The poetry of a psychopath. No, 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 and no. And yes, you're gonna die. They won't even say yes to that. They'll just fucking do it. And then, you know, you gotta approach a sociopath and a fucking psychopath like they're not people you want to deal with. They don't give a fuck. They have no compassion. They have no empathy. They don't give a fuck. And that's what happened. And fuck on my head. And that same chick that did all that stuff to me, my computer was hacked again to the T. It was like everything was taken. I was shut out of everything. I was administrator. They made this, took everything. I lost it. I didn't know how to defend myself against that. I do now. I didn't know at the time. I had to do some research and study. I had to get away from the area and really read up on stuff like that. And learn electronics better to protect myself from it, as you need to too. And she came in the hotel. I lost it. I grabbed her. I put her against the wall, and I fucking screamed at her loud. I didn't give a fuck who heard it. I didn't care. So you took everything from me, you know. Fucking, you're a fucking bitch. I hate you. I fucking hate you. I wish you just. You need to die. You deserve to die for everything you did to me. And I think I pushed her to the ground somehow. You know, I don't condone no violence, but come the fuck on, man. Like, come the fuck on. Like, really. The shit she did to me, man, while I was sleeping. Oh, that was done to me, you know. I dreamed this shit. What the fuck ever. I have the scars to prove it, you know. It's hard, man. And I was about to step on her fucking face, man. Like, I really was about to stomp her. I was gonna jump and stomp, and I fucking, like, put my foot up and I moved it, and I said, I should fucking kill you. You're lucky. You're lucky I don't kill you. You're lucky. And I let her go, and she left and ran out the room. And I started I just do everything. I said, "You destroyed my shit." And I think I ripped her. I did something. I think I spilled stuff on her clothes. I said, "Fuck, you know, this is how I feel. You destroyed my shit. I should destroy yours." And I was in the room. She left the hotel room, and then like 10 minutes later, she's like, "You need to get out of the room." And I knew what this is coming. Everybody and their fucking mama was following me at this point by a bunch of fucking geeks. A bunch of hacking ass geeks were following me everywhere I went. It went from geeks to like, it went from geeks to fucking thugs. And when it got to the thug part, it got scary, and I almost, yeah, I went through a lot that day. I went through a lot. And she came to my house that day, and I was hiding in my house, the lights off. You were fucking with me so bad. I made the video that fucking day, actually. I made the video that day. The first video I ever made was that day. That was after taking actually no, my bad. That happened 2 days after the video. So that was after another 12-hour walk that I had to do. I walked from the south side of town to the fucking east side of town. Because I went on the buses, they kept stalling. It was just bull. And I walk in the stores, it'd be like, dude. Like, it would, like, alert the people. I came in the stores, like, everywhere I went. It never mattered. I wasn't safe. I'm not making this shit up. Please understand that. Look up gang stalking for real. I'm not making this shit up. Everything you read, it happened to me. Everything. And, she came over, and I took shit because I did some other shit. I took some shit from her bag. I found the jump drive that she used to. It was deep inside of her bag, like a bag of a bag. She had like thousands of bags. And I found the jump drive, and I was like, damn, this is it. I'm gonna turn this into the fucking to somebody to help me, or I'm gonna get someone. I'm gonna look this up on the computer and find out what the fuck she has. I wish I would have did that, man. I didn't do it though. I couldn't do it because people were fucking with me badly that day. Like, they wanted that jump drive. Like, it was like some shit like that. And I broke my phone again. That phone that had all the videos and everything on there. Again, another thing of my life gone and deleted. Hard drives done, gone, fried, gone. And because I thought that's how they were tracking me with my phone, but I learned the whole it's way deeper than that and way different. It's I don't even want to discuss it right now. That's another video. She came over and she was looking for everything that I took from her. She was looking for those things. The earrings with the fucking GPS or the camera device, the cameras on my cell phones. I had like all in my house. She was trying to get that with a flashlight that person shouldn't have. Like, that's some like technology that's for like how did you get that? Like, that shit belongs to the government. I don't know how you have that shit. It was a very powerful flashlight, and when she turned it on, it went, It was loud. You can hear the noise. You can hear it. And I wasn't able to hear it really good until I had the stroke and I was attacked. I was able to hear it clearly because I had like super hearing. I thought I was hurt. And she had the flashlight in there. She was looking for shit because it's dark. That's how they played it. Like, it's dark, but she had this flashlight. It wasn't a regular flashlight. It was a flashlight that was very powerful. It's tactical, and it can hurt you. It can kill you. It can burn you. Like, it was that fucked up. So we was in the house, and I told her I was gonna go take a shower. And she's like, "Oh, that's perfect. I'm gonna go get something to drink. You go take a shower." Now, remind you, she's been flashing this light in my house looking for shit in the dark for like an hour. Compute that. For an hour, she's been like flashing that shit, and something told me in my mind, and it didn't go with my gut, was like, I felt like that was weird the way she abruptly left after doing that. And left that flashlight in my house. And left her laptop. By the way, she brought her laptop in my house too. Like it was just all fucking weird events. And she's like, find a place to plug this in at. There was power in my house somewhere. That's another story. Like, because she kept insisting that it was like, find an outlet. Something works in here. Like, she knew something was going on. And I lived across some of the most dangerous people on that side of town. Like, you don't fuck with these people. And there's no reason for them to fuck with you unless you're fucking with them. Information was leaked out that I did and stole people's cell phones and data. People thought everyone in that city. I honestly, God, I really believe truthfully that half of that city thought I stole their data and hacked their accounts. Because they framed me to make it look like I did it. I mean, I had everybody honking horn. I had people throwing shit at me out of the cars, flicking me off, cursing me out, going, book, 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 book. You dead, nigga, you're dead. Like, I was getting death threatened all day. I had cops that were like letting people do the shit, just looking the other way. Like, no one gave a fuck about me, man. Couldn't even call my mom to say goodbye, I wanted to use it. So she came over and looking for that shit, and I wanted to go take a shower, and I got into the shower, and immediately I had my body. I felt like I was electrocuted. I was in immense pain, and I was in agony, and I was yelling out. My whole body hurt, and my head, half of my head was hurting. Like, I couldn't. My brain was like shaking, like it felt like jello, and I was losing vision out of my eye, and I couldn't feel half the side of my body really well. I lost a lot of feeling in it and sensation. And I was on the ground. I was screaming for people to help me. I said, "Hey, someone help me, help me, help me." I don't know what happened. Someone help me. And every time I went in the house, like, I went into that, I crawled in there, and I felt like the pain to be more immense. And I knew that was like some kind of radioactive wave that attacked me or some shit. And one of the neighbors came out, and she had a flashlight, and she pointed in my face. And I said, "Get the fucking shit out of my eyes." I cursed. I said, "Get the fuck out of my face," because it hurt me again. And she kept doing it more as she was in on it too. And they were like looking at me like, why is this hurting him? Like, something's in me that was causing this to hurt me more than the average. It's fucked up shit. And she's like, "You sure you want to call the ambulance?" And I'm like, "Yes, call them. Like, ambulance time, call them." And she's like, "Okay, I'll call them." And she never called the fuck. I waited for 20 minutes out there, and they never came. So I walked to the fucking, to the store. The corner store around the way. I walked there with no shirt on, by the way, because I couldn't even see in the house. No shirt, and I couldn't even walk to do that. I had no patience to walk and look inside of a house that was hurting my body physically for a shirt. Not like anyone was gonna help me. My neighbors all closed the door and went in their house because they was all doing that shit against me too. They all turned against me. And I walked my ass to the store like a fucking G. Barely can walk there. I was fucking like walking on, like, I basically crawled to the store. I might as well have crawled to the store. And I got there and I used the phone. I laid on the ground and I called them. I said, "Look, I think I had a stroke or a heart attack. Something's wrong. I think I had a stroke. Something's really wrong with me. I'm in really bad pain. I can barely see out of my eye and my body half." And she said, "Okay, we'll be there." And they came. Like 10 minutes later, they came. So she never called them. And ambulance came out there and they were fucking with me too. Like, they weren't even real ambulances, man. They were just like fucking with me, like waiting, I dare you to say something type shit. And I was just like, this is what happened to me. And they were just looking like, this motherfucker, like, looked at me like he's getting fucking gaslight, like shit. And this is highly illegal when we can't, do you want to get medical attention? I said, man, fuck off. I ain't gonna. I couldn't. Everyone and their mama was outside at the store. No one's ever out in that place. Everyone was out there watching and looking at me, man. It didn't create a crowd. The crowd was already there. I seen a dude that moved into my house and thought it was his. He came out there randomly, like, oh, you just know I was out here. You know, because they did. They did. They had me GPS and tracked like a motherfucker. And I told him to fuck off. So here I am with a fucking stroke, and I told him to fuck off, and I told him to just give me some water, please, or some Gatorade or something. And something with the Gatorade was making my head hurt more. Like, it was like, I don't know, like, I just said, give me some clean water, and I was like, it's not poisonous, it's real. I'm like, all right, dang, I'm gonna take your fucking word. I drank the water. It made me feel a little bit better. I was able to get the energy enough to walk back, I was able to actually, like kind of stumbled to my house, and I walked around. I saw somebody say, hey, the cops in my neighborhood. And he was like, yeah, they out there. And I'm like, fuck, because this is not good. Because I told you I live by people. Someone's gonna think I call the cops. And this is the shit I was on. Like, I didn't call the fucking cops. I don't ever call them pieces of shit. They don't ever do anything anyway. And they was in on it too. They won't fuck. So I asked, I said, I didn't call the cops, man. Please, I told her, I didn't call. I was telling her every time why I didn't call the cops. I had to tell people this shit. I don't know what to do because they didn't want to deal with the level of shit I was on, you know. And I got there and the cops was like, hey, you, come here. And he fixed this big ass beam, like, and this like this big ass beam of light on the top of the car. It was obsessive. Like there was no reason for the beam to be that hard and heavy. Blasting it right in my face. I'm sitting there like, man, take the fucking beam out of my face, man. All the way from my apartment to like across the street. Like, he's like, come down here. I was like, man, why can't you come down up here, motherfucker? You want me? Come up here. And then I'm like, whatever. So I came down there limping, laid on the ground as I can barely walk. No shirt on. What happened? I said, look, some shit happened. I don't even know how to say it. But something, I got hurt by something, and I don't know what else happened. And it just like, whatever. And the cop was, he was like, next time you need to call us, call this number. He gave me a number to call, like a specific number. And this happened constantly, this specific number shit. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Well, I don't know if he was helping me or hurting me. I couldn't tell. But it was like the actual number to call, like the actual cops, or to call like those motherfuckers, like to call him. Because I didn't snitch. Like, it was because like I wouldn't say nothing. I would never say shit about who did what they did. And it was like, in a way, they appreciated it. I remember I told him this gaslighting shit. I said, yo, this shit you guys are doing, it fucking works. Clearly it works. Like, I give up. Like, whatever the fuck I did, I give the fuck up. Screaming that shit out loud. That wouldn't be the first or last encounter I had with the fucking police. You know. So, I fell asleep outside on my bench. Longer story short, and I fell asleep on the bench, and I woke up to feeling like, who knows what someone did to me. They jacked the shit out of my house, apartment. Someone got my key, and it was just ridiculous, man. Stole my shit. I woke up feeling like shit. She came out and asked me. Actually, I did see her again, and she gave me some water and stuff like that. She was okay with me, and I said, look, I'm sorry if I stink, because it made me, like, put my pores out, and I had no shirt on, and I felt so bad being next to her. Pretty girl and shit, you know. The same person that was trying to, you know, she stood my pulse. It was beating really fast. That's a hell of a pulse, you know, after this situation happened. And I woke up and I couldn't walk the rest of the day. Like, I couldn't walk. I laid in bed all day and I couldn't walk. My right side wasn't working right. This side right here on the eye, it was very droopy. Like, the eye was the pupil was almost like kind of like more down. It wasn't leveled, and this eye was like kind of like a little bit down. It wasn't leveled. You can see it if you look closely. And you know, I had to go back to the girl who caused all this shit to happen. The person who did this to me was her friend that she claims she don't know. I said, why don't we go back and get that bitch for what she did to me? Why don't you help me get her? You know, he's like, oh, she has a family and kids. Like, come on, you in on this shit. You know her. Y'all friends. I saw your phone. I saw her name in it. I saw the GPS. I saw where she lives. I know the street. Like, I saw it. Stop lying to me, man. And that's just like, that was just like 2 days of my life. And I've had days like that, like pretty much every day to every other day. Like, not intense as that, but there was every day. The following and the harassment every fucking day. You know, and I lost everything. And I guess they're happy now. That was their job. They got their job, and that's the end of it. You lose everything or you die during it. That's the matter of that. Many more stories to tell. Hotels, everything. I got many more chapters. I write books for this. Books. Back to the hard drive thing real fast before I close this out. That's how I started. Did that, and then moments later I was sent a text, and it was from Craigslist. Like, big ass spam messaging that went like never ending. Like, I kept scrolling down it. My phone. It was so much text. It was just an overload. And I was looking through some of the ads, and she kept going, "What is it? What is it?" And before she like, I didn't even give her an indication. I didn't say what the fuck anything. I was just looking. She's like looking at me. What are you looking at? I'm like, nothing. She's like, and she's like insisting on wanting to know. I'm like, nothing. Like, let me just try to find out first. She's like, and I told her, I was like, there's a bunch of fucking Craigslist. She's like, and she just did this face. And I read through the text. I could see the coding in it. It had my phone number in there and my address. My address to this house. Not to this house. To where I lived at. And it had the address there. And it had my phone number in there encoded. And it had all the neighbors and surroundings. It was like a map of where everything's at. And I went outside, and then as soon as I went outside, everyone was outside. It was odd. And people in my neighborhood, they was all walking like back, and it was fucking weird. Like, it was like, it looked like they was controlled by somebody. Like, it was like it wasn't even them. Like, it was like they all was like didn't know what the fuck happened to them, and then they just reset back the next day. But I was still fucked up. I never reset back, and it was just odd, man. And I had called her back, and this is when I was like, "Hey, who the fuck are you, a gang? Like, who the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Who are you, a boss lady, bitch?" And she's like, and then she just went psycho on me, man. Like, she just was like, "Man up," you know. I'm fucking terrified. I'm scared, man. I'm really fucking scared. And they brought me to this project neighborhood, and everyone was watching me, and she just did everything to make me fucking terrified. And people was coming out and guns on their waist. It was fucked up, you know. And I survived that shit, you know, and I'm stronger than ever now. She saw my tears twice, and she was never able to see them again, and no one ever else. I'll never give anyone that fucking the satisfaction to get to see my tears or get to see any of my pain. All you saw was smiles and nothing else for me through all the bullshit that was happening to you. And that wouldn't be the last time I almost died either. So protect yourself, man. Keep yourself aware. Remove yourself from any kind of groups that you may have been put in on behalf of somebody else. Protect yourself from electronic harassment. Learn the internet. Learn how to protect yourself from your computer being hacked and things of that nature. Don't let anyone put jump drives and stuff like that into your thing if you don't know them that well. Or, you know, just be wary of it. You know, don't let nobody fuck with your shit. Don't go on the free Wi-Fi networks and things of that nature. Just protect yourself, man. There's a lot of things to learn, and I'll get more into it later in depth on how to protect yourself, you know. But right now, those are a few things, and just sharing my side of the story. And this is the things I understand you guys know what this is about and what this is like. So just keep strong, and you're blessed. Share your views, man. Give me, you know, whatever. Do the same things you've been doing. Showing me support and everything, man. Check out my other videos as well, the more happier ones, man. You know, I do a lot of things about weed and things of that nature and whatever. You know, it's J-Boss2K-TV, music. Check me out there. Got a little bit of everything. That was depressing to talk about. Trust me, I'm not depressed like that every day. But when I look back at that shit, it's hard to talk about, man. You know, I never really discussed it with anybody, and I haven't had no one to talk to with it that didn't tell me that it's not true or you're schizophrenic. All right, so that's what I went through. That was 2 days out of like who knows how many fucking days of this shit has been going on in years. But those were couple days, and through the past 9 months of what I've been enduring. So, it's 50 minutes for you. Thank you for watching J-Boss2K TV, man. Subscribe, man. Say no to electronic harassment. Gang stalking isn't right. And I'm just a human, man. Don't follow me. I don't deserve it. We all need our privacy. It's not right. I'm very blessed, man. Like I said, if I was to die today, man, I would die so happy, man. I was able to reach out and touch people's hearts, touch your mind, man. Really give you some inspiration and make you feel better about yourself, man. So I'm happy for that. I ain't got a pocket full of money. I lost a lot of things, but you know what? I feel like I put great energy into the world. Protect yourself. Be safe. Stay strong. That's the only thing you can do. It won't last all that long. You know. Maybe not, but just be strong. And there's ways to beat this. There is. Don't listen to the haters and shit like that. Take it easy, man. Thank you.